Let's go to our second part of our business talk is doing hard loans, and this is relatable to mortgage, right? Um, Doing a hard loan, which is not a hard money loan, but a difficult loan, like one that takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of this and that, versus just going out and getting new leads as far as new business. As a mortgage person, this comes up quite a bit, right? This topic of doing a hard loan or a difficult loan versus going and getting new business. It's always kind of a topic in the back of your head there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're running your business, whatever business, we're talking mortgage because we're in mortgage, right? But I want to help everybody as possible. But I also know there's some things like we've talked about in the past where people have put themselves in too bad of a situation and you're really just kind of spinning your wheels to try to get them out of the situation. And for a lot of people, we want to help, we want to help other people, but we also have to, as I say, put the oxygen mask on ourselves first as well. So sometimes the best way to help a hard problem is to give advice and let somebody more experienced help that person do it. So you can go help more people. Not that I'm not going to push people aside for hard loans. Because I know people are out there like, oh, this is a difficult one. I won't even touch it. I won't even talk to you. I won't call you back. I'll ignore you, which is bad business. That's horrible. Like your job is to help people. But on the flip side of that same scenario, you got people that ignore people that are ready to move and need help right now that are trying to be proactive because you get sucked into trying to work this loan that maybe isn't even your specialty. You ever have somebody try to help you with something, but they're not really good at it either. And you guys are both just trying to figure something out.
Yeah.
But I could figure if I have to spin my wheels and I don't know anything about it, I can figure it out myself in the same amount of time.
Right.
Or not figure it out in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
I want somebody smarter than me to help me out. So if my credit's bad, maybe you're better thinking those hard, difficult ones and giving them to somebody who could fix their credit, or they want to buy a house in another area, or they're doing a loan that you don't know how to do. My opinion is, like you said, you service everybody, but you manage your time on servicing it.
Right.
Because we know you get stuck there. It's like getting stuck on a phone call with insurance, right? Or something. What takes forever when you make a phone call? Insurance?
Yeah, insurance is pretty long.
The doctor's office, whatever. You sit there forever.
Never get off.
Tax, IRS, that's a good one. And then they disconnects after an hour and you go, man, I just wasted an hour. Well, that's what we do with hard files. We like, man, I just wasted an hour. I could have helped 5 other people in that amount of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, my take is like help everybody. But I think it depends too on your role. Like if I'm like in our job is to originate and prospect and fit, try to help as many people as we possibly can. Right. That's the goal. So if I'm not doing that, I'm actually failing everybody else.
Right. Yeah.
For a maybe, or for somebody who, isn't committed to actually changing their bad habits so we can make good ones, or correcting their mistakes they've made. That's a tough waste.
Yeah.
It's all how you word it.
It's always a balance because you're like, oh, I want to help this person. I've invested this much in this person. You kind of feel that need to like, I want to finish this thing through, follow it through. But then you got 3 other people that you just kind of miss because you're like, you don't want to say wasting your time because you're trying to help, but they're in their own way too. They're not helping you at all. Like it just becomes a thing. So
yeah, it's kind of touchy. I think how you want to, like how you say it.
Yeah. You don't want to call it a waste of time, but
it's not a waste of time. But it might
sometimes it has been a waste of time. So there you go. So yeah, it's just always a fine line to walk on that. So
do you think you're more valuable getting out there, talking to 20, 30 people a day, or trying to fix 2 to 3 people's difficult problems in that same amount of time?
Valuable to my own self, the 20 people talking to more people. Value to those 3 people.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
so. I think that's why companies too, and like big companies are very conveyor belt modeled, right? Like if you're in the upfront prospecting, you're prospecting, and if you're like one of our vendors, we have our client service tech 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, people that help you out with the problem files. It's because they don't want to waste that other person time doing something that maybe that's not their strength in the first place, nor is it their jobs. Part of it might be knowing what you're good at and give them one. Maybe you are the problem solver, and maybe you need to work with somebody who is the prospector and you can sit there and solve all the problems.